As Marcus Aurelius once said, success is not found in surpassing others, but in surpassing oneself. Welcome. Today, we'll delve into the foundations of ancient wisdom and the modern applications of Stoic practices to achieve success in everyday life. Ancient Stoic philosophy offers valuable teachings to confront life's challenges and attain enduring success. In this video, we'll explore 7 Stoic principles that can transform our perspective and guide us toward personal, professional, and spiritual success. Practice 1. Acceptance of fate. Epictetus. Imagine yourself in a situation where you encounter an unexpected traffic jam on a hectic day. This Stoic practice, the acceptance of fate, suggests focusing our energies on what we can control. Instead of being overwhelmed by the frustration of traffic, we could use that time to listen to an interesting podcast or learn something new. Picture yourself in a scenario where things don't go as planned, such as a public transport delay on a busy day of appointments. At that moment, you could apply Epictetus's teaching on the acceptance of fate. Instead of letting frustration or anger overtake you, you might accept that the delay is beyond your control. This could allow you to direct your energies toward what is still within your control, like reading a book, listening to music, or calmly reflecting. Acceptance of fate helps you better manage unforeseen situations, reducing stress and anxiety. It enables you to adapt to circumstances without resistance, offering a more peaceful and calm perspective. Furthermore, it helps you focus on what you can control rather than expending energy on what lies beyond your sphere of influence. Epictetus's practice of acceptance of fate doesn't imply resignation or passivity, but rather an awareness of what is within our control and what isn't. It's a way to reduce stress, accept unforeseen situations, and concentrate our energies on what we can influence. This practical example demonstrates how to apply the Stoic practice of acceptance of fate in daily life, encouraging handling unforeseen situations calmly and focusing on actionable steps. Acceptance of fate doesn't mean resignation, but rather awareness of what we can change and what we cannot. Integrating this practice allows us to maintain composure in stressful situations and concentrate on actionable steps we can take. Practice 2. Living in the present. Marcus Aurelius. Living in the present is a practice that demands constant awareness. Marcus Aurelius urges us to consider that the past is unchangeable and the future is uncertain. For instance, when we walk, we can focus on the physical sensations of movement, the sound of our steps, or the sight of details around us, bringing our mind to the present. Imagine being immersed in your daily activities, perhaps taking a walk in the park. At this moment, you can put Marcus Aurelius's advice on awareness of the present moment into practice. As you walk, try to completely focus on the physical sensations and the environment around you. Notice the feeling of your steps, the sound of birds, or the scent of fresh air. Try to exclude distractions and fully immerse yourself in the present moment. Living in the present helps you detach from concerns about the past or the future and fully enjoy the experience of the current moment. It allows you to experience life more intensely, focusing on your present actions rather than anxieties about the future or regrets from the past. Marcus Aurelius's practice of living in the present doesn't imply ignoring the past or the future, but rather appreciating the present moment fully. It's a way to develop greater awareness and gratitude for the life you're living in this precise moment. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the past or disregarding the future, but rather fully appreciating the present moment. This practice enables us to cultivate greater awareness and gratitude for the life we are experiencing in this exact instant. Practice 3. Practice of gratitude. Seneca. Daily gratitude can transform our perspective. Seneca encourages us to reflect not only on the big things, but also on the small moments that make life precious. Each evening, we could jot down in a journal 3 moments or things we are grateful for, such as a friend's hug, the taste of morning coffee, or an unexpected smile. Imagine reaching the end of a stressful day filled with commitments and challenges. At this moment, you could practice Seneca's gratitude exercise. Take a moment before going to bed to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for in that day. They could be small yet meaningful moments, like a friend's smile, the kindness of a stranger, or time spent outdoors. Cultivating daily gratitude allows us to tune into life's smaller yet significant joys. This practice fosters a positive attitude and helps us focus on things that positively impact our lives. Nurturing gratitude enables you to concentrate on life's positives, even on challenging days. This exercise can help develop a more optimistic outlook, reduce stress, and enhance your overall mood. Moreover, it might make you appreciate the small joys of everyday life more. Seneca's practice of gratitude doesn't just acknowledge positive things. It extends to developing a perspective that appreciates and celebrates daily experiences. It's a way to center on things that make life precious and find joy in the little things. Practice 4. Emotional control. Seneca. When we find ourselves in stressful situations, emotional control becomes crucial. Seneca suggests pausing instinctive reactions and taking a moment to reflect before responding. For example, during an intense conversation, we can take a deep breath and consider different perspectives before replying. Imagine being in a stressful situation, perhaps during an intense discussion or a tense moment at work. At this moment, you could put Seneca's advice on emotional control into practice. Instead of reacting instinctively or impulsively, you could pause to reflect before responding. This means taking a deep breath and taking a moment to evaluate different perspectives before acting or responding to the situation. Emotional control will help you manage difficult situations better. It allows you to stay calm, avoid impulsive reactions, and respond in a more thoughtful manner. It might lead you to communicate more clearly and make more conscious decisions rather than being overwhelmed by the emotions of the moment. The practice of emotional control doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather regulating their expression so that they don't negatively impact your actions. It helps maintain mental clarity and handle stressful situations more effectively, promoting a measured response rather than instinctive reactions. Emotional control allows us to manage difficult situations with greater mental clarity. This practice encourages a more measured and conscious response rather than impulsive reactions. Emotional control will help you manage difficult situations better. It allows you to stay calm, avoid impulsive reactions, and respond in a more thoughtful manner. It might lead you to communicate more clearly and make more conscious decisions rather than being overwhelmed by the emotions of the moment. The practice of emotional control doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather regulating their expression so that they don't negatively impact your actions. It helps maintain mental clarity and handle stressful situations more effectively, promoting a measured response rather than instinctive reactions. Practice 5. Practice of mental death. Seneca. The practice of mental death, though provocative, can teach us not to take what we have for granted. Imagining the loss of loved ones can prompt us to recognize the value of our relationships. This exercise can help us manifest our gratitude, perhaps by spending quality time with our loved ones. Imagine being immersed in daily chores between work, family commitments, and responsibilities. During an especially stressful day, take a moment and reflect on Seneca's practice of mental death. You might take a moment to contemplate the idea of life's transience and the fleeting nature of situations. For instance, you could consider that the next phone call might be the last with a friend or a family member. This exercise isn't meant to create anxiety or worry, but rather to urge living each moment with greater awareness and appreciation. Reflecting on life's finiteness urges us to better appreciate meaningful relationships and connections. This practice fosters a deeper and more significant perspective on life. This practice can positively influence your actions and your perspective on life. You might find greater gratitude in relationships, dedicating more quality time with loved ones, and showing appreciation for the often overlooked special moments. Additionally, it might lead you to focus on what truly matters, letting go of insignificant worries and pursuing what genuinely brings you happiness and fulfillment. Seneca's practice of mental death isn't aimed at generating sadness or pessimism, but at stimulating a deeper perspective on life and a more intense appreciation for every moment. It helps in valuing what truly matters in your life and focusing on the present rather than on irrelevant concerns. Practice 6. Willingness to adapt. Marcus Aurelius. Adapting to changing circumstances is a key feature of Stoic practices. Marcus Aurelius invites us to consider flexibility as an opportunity for growth rather than a challenge. For instance, when our plans change at the last minute, we can find new ways to benefit from it by adapting our goals to what is possible. Imagine having a precise plan for the weekend. You plan to go on a mountain trip with friends. However, suddenly you discover that the weather forecast predicts rain and storms for the entire weekend, making the hike impossible. In the context of Marcus Aurelius' Stoic practice of willingness to adapt, you can consider altering your plans to adapt to the unexpected situation. Instead of being disheartened and irritated by the change of plans, you could decide to adapt the experience. This everyday example illustrates how to apply Marcus Aurelius' Stoic practice. Being flexible and adaptable in the face of unforeseen circumstances, finding new ways to approach the situation instead of being overwhelmed by disappointment due to the change in plans. For example, instead of the mountain hike, you could plan an indoor activity, like a board game night or a shared dinner with friends. You could find an alternative way to spend time together, adjusting the original plans to the new weather situation. Being flexible and adaptable allows us to better face challenges and find innovative solutions. This practice promotes resilience and the ability to find alternatives in unforeseen situations. Practice 7. Actions reflecting values. Epictetus. Being consistent with our values is a central principle of the Stoics. Epictetus urges us to make decisions based on our principles, even when it requires courage and commitment. This might mean standing up for a cause we believe in, even if it involves some challenge. Imagine being a professional working in an environment where ethical practices are crucial. One day, you're faced with a tough decision. Your company could benefit financially from an action that goes against your personal ethical principles. In the context of Epictetus's Stoic practice, acting in line with your values might mean choosing the option that best reflects your personal integrity, even if it has a negative financial impact on the company. Therefore, choosing to adhere to your values might involve foregoing a possible short-term gain in favor of your long-term ethical consistency. This decision might pose an immediate challenge, but reflects your commitment to following the moral principles you hold fundamental. Acting in accordance with our values allows us to lead an authentic and meaningful life. This practice guides us in making decisions that reflect what we deeply believe in. Reflecting on these Stoic practices can be the first step toward a life of success and fulfillment. As we've seen, accepting fate, practicing gratitude, and living in the present are just a few keys offered by Stoic philosophy to cultivate a full and meaningful life. Remember, success is not only measured by external achievements, but also by our ability to cultivate inner calm, resilience, and gratitude. I hope these Stoic practices can inspire and guide you on your journey toward lasting success and well-being. If you found this video helpful, share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content on personal improvement and ancient philosophies applied to modern life. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.